Oh, happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. So, this is unusual. 2 weeks in a row, eh? I haven't got much really to cover off, but I thought I'd share a couple of wee things. So, if you didn't know already, I brewed the biggest batch that I've brewed before, which is a 46 litre batch of beer. Now, because I can only ferment 23 litres at a time under temperature control. So what I did is I bought a food grade cube and filled it fermenter with 24, and then I got 22 litres in the cube. Once I chilled it down at 20 degrees, I put a blanket of CO2 in the cube as well, just to make sure that there was no air in there whatsoever. Turned the lid on, fermented the first batch, kegged the first batch. I've fermented the second batch, and I've just kegged it. It's only been in the keg 2.5-3 days. So this is it was a supercharged clone. So this isn't carved yet. It's getting there. It's starting to carb up. How I normally carb up is I put on 20 to 24 psi, and I just leave it there for pretty much 5 days. I check the carbonation on the 5th day. If I think it needs a bit more, I'll leave it there maybe another day. But I normally from there I turn it down to 15 psi, a couple of days, or best part of a week really, because I don't. Well, I've started not to start drinking my kegs for at least 2 weeks, because I find that they're at their best after 2 weeks, and they're nice. I'm sick of drinking green beer. You know, your beer starts tasting great, and you've got 5 litres left of it. So yeah, hold off. I'm trying to hold off, and it's yeah, got to sort me out. Make my beer last a bit longer instead of scoffing into it. So where do we taste this anyway? So on the nose, what I find as well, I don't know about you guys with kegging, because it's only been in the keg 3 days. The second week of it being in the keg, so after about 8 days, I then start to get a really good, because it must be the CO2 in it. That'll be it. Answer my own question. The CO2 really brings up the dry hop on the nose. At the moment, I'm getting a little bit of it, a little malt and hops, but you've got to really fight for that. Once it's carved up after that second week and you're smelling it, you can really get that aroma through. And 2 weeks in the keg, you've got plenty of aroma, and I think it's at its best. But that's just me anyway. So we'll have a wee taste of this. Mate, I'm looking for all flavours pretty much. Seeing that it sat in the cube, I did put it in the fridge. It sat in the fridge in the cube for a week before. Best part of 15 days. No, not 15 days. Best part of 8-9 days before I started to ferment it. So. Tastes great. Tastes just like the other one. And the other one is ready to bottle actually. It's looking good. So this I've made this for my mate's 40th birthday party. I felt quite honoured really that he asked me to do it for him. But it's a bit of a stress too, No, I don't want to stuff it up. I don't want, all flavours in the beer, or, 9 times out of 10 these guys aren't going to taste that anyway. Because, they're used to drinking Heineken and Spades and that, and, they're used to tasting more flavours. But I like my beer to taste clean, and I didn't want to stir up anything at that 40th birthday party. That wasn't right. But that's tasting great. Still got to clear yet. So, yeah, happy days. Pleased with that. Colour came out good. Spot on. Right, enough on that. Right, I'm brewing Friday, and Saturday I'll be brewing. I'll probably be splitting the days, doing the mash on Friday, then the boil on Saturday. It's for me and my lifestyle, that sometimes works quite well. I've got a Pure Pitch. California ale yeast that I'll be using. Now, I grew this over the course of the week, like I normally do. 500 mils of wort, dried malt extract. So for my half a litre, I had 50 grams of dry malt extract, which will give me a wort gravity of between 1.030 and 3.5, pretty much. So what I did with that first lot is I let it left it for a good 18 hours to for it to grow. Then after 18 hours, I then made up some more wort, 1.5 litres, so 150 grams of dry malt extract to 1.5 litres of water, and then I boiled that up, blah blah blah, added that to the 500, and let that go again for 18-24 hours. I've now put it in the fridge. No, I haven't. What a doofus. I'm jumping ahead. So, alright, I've done that. Then I put it in the fridge for 3 days. And so everything was dropped out. Drained most of the 2 litres of water off the top of it, like I normally do. I had some boiled water in jars ready to top them up. And then I went and put them in these used vials that are clean. So I normally get 3, which I've got here, no problem, out of doing it that way. And that'll let the next 3 brews make up, depending on your gravity, 1 litre to 1.5 litres of starting wort, and I'm good to go. So there's another 3 brews where I'm good to go. Don't have to buy yeast, which I'm pretty happy about. It works really well for me. With the pure pitch, you're obviously starting off with a lot more yeast than you would normally buying these, because what I got is about 4.5. Because I filled these up plus another one, and it had heaps, and I still had about half of what you had in here, still in my 5 litre glass carboy thing. So I then made up another litre starting wort, dumped that in with one of these syrups, so it's plenty of yeast, and I let that go again for a good 18-24 hours. Now that's in the fridge and chilling down, so it'll be ready to pitch for Saturday or Friday. So it's sometimes my brew days, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm going to brew at the end of the week, my brew day normally starts on the Monday or the Tuesday when all the ingredients arrives, and then it's putting all your ducks in a row, really, growing your yeast, what you have to do, or your wort, and going from there. So I was impressed with the pure pitch. Long story short, impressed with how much extra yeast that I got there than I would normally. So I got an extra pitch, pretty much. So happy days. So what am I going to brew in the weekend? I'm going to brew this, Punk IPA. I've got a few questions. Hopefully you guys can help me out. So this is a 5.6 ABV, 40 IBU beer. Questions I've got in here, because the instruction they give you, okay, they got start, middle and end for your hop. For your hop drops, pretty much, and your dry hop, which is self-explanatory. A 60-minute boil. I always do a 90-minute boil because I just do. I just think I get cleaner beer that way, less chance of DME and all that stuff. So, okay, 60 minutes. I'm adding the Chinook and the Anthem. Where it gets a bit funny is the middle. Like middle, I take that as 30 minutes. Adding the Chinook and Anthem again. And at the end, I take that as Flame Out, or Whirlpool. Which are adding quite a bit of Flame Out. Not really worried about the end and the start. It's the middle, really. I'm thinking of changing it up. Well, actually, I would like some advice from if you've done it before. I'm thinking of sticking solely to this to find out what kind I have. Then the next time I brew it, changing it up a bit. Or though I am thinking of doing my middle at 15 or 10 minutes instead of 30. I've been thinking also of moving the bittering hops, starting hops, to 45 instead of 60, being that I've followed this to the letter. I'm at 70 IBUs, where it's meant to be 40 IBUs with the amounts. So, shine some light on what you've done. I know Lazy Wolf, you've done it. Let me know how it tastes, and I believe you dropped them in at 30 minutes. Tell me if it's worthwhile changing that up to 15, because I'd like to get more, more flavour of the hops. I don't really want to get more bitterness. Yeah, I'll leave that with you. Fire me in some comments. Right, I'm going to tidy this up because we're 10 minutes in already and I've been yabbering. So, another thing there, Matt Shields, thank you very much for those 2 beers that you dropped into me. I did drink them. I got a bit thirsty today, and I must say I thoroughly enjoyed them. You gave me a chocolate porter, yum. I don't know, I think it was about 4.5%, something like that. Chocolate really shined through. I got a slight syrupy taste in the chocolate, but no complaints here. Enjoyed it thoroughly. I wonder if there was too much sort of fats in the chocolate that you used, because the head sort of went away pretty quick. But no flavours, clean beer, yum. And you also gave me a banana wheat beer. Yum, that was delicious actually. It was really effervescent. Banana really came through. It wasn't overpowering banana, it was there. It was yum, it was really nice. I thoroughly enjoyed that one actually. It was a hot day and it was just really nice. Thanks, Matt. I should have drunk them on camera, but hey, ho hum. I had no beer in the house. So, okay guys, that's me. I'll do some footage on my brew day, and I'll post it up for next Wednesday. Oh shit! Wagon Brew. Thanks very much for putting up the video on the crusher. Yeah, I will be buying one off you. I just got to talk to the accountant, got to raise some funds. But yep, I will put an order in the next wee while. So cheers guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Luke, yeah, thanks Luke. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, bye.